I started to play hockey by myself. Play all my life. Play on the second highest level in Sweden. And then after my career as a player, I was wondering a few months what I'm gonna do now, and then I started to rather early. Also, when I played, I was like a coach on summer hockey camps in Sweden on the same spot. It's a small village in Värmland in Sweden. I was there for like almost 20 years in a row, every summer. Sometimes 1 week, sometimes 3 weeks. So yeah, I always had that relation to the locker room and to meet younger players. And yeah, then I started like with minor teams. I had minor teams for 4, 5, 6 years. And then I had junior teams. In Sweden, I think it's almost the same as similar here in Finland. Like you have the U18 and U20. That's German, U20. So I worked with junior teams for a couple of years. And also I was in charge for the academy in Leksand, and also worked for a couple of years in Färjestadin, not in charge, but as a coach with players during daytime and on the nights. One day they asked me to start practicing the A team, and I almost spent 8 years in Färjestad, 6 years on the pro team, 1 as assistant coach, and then almost 5 as a head coach. And then the last 2 years I've been in Austria, in Österreich, 2 years in ice hockey league, and after that contract, I felt somewhere I felt like it's different levels in ice hockey, and I was in contact with Jyväskylään rather early. They contacted me in the shift by January and February the first time, and yeah, it's been a really long process. I never by myself went through such a long process with interviews. But yeah, now I'm here sitting in the locker room, and I feel so excited. It's a change of process in JYP, and I'm really glad and humbled and looking forward to be a part of that journey. I can't wait. Like, drop the puck and let's meet the fans and yeah, let the show begin. I always like have a little bit of an eye on the SM-liga during my career. Not deep, but I since the contact with JYP started, I've seen the team played for like 10, 12 rounds, something like that. So I have a picture from the last season's team, and I also have a picture from the opponents they met. I don't think I saw every team, but almost. And yeah, you know, in Sweden, the SHL, you had like you have 14 teams and pretty much 14 teams playing the same hockey. It's a little bit of different ways how you forecheck and pressure the puck to your own team, or a little bit of details how you handle the puck in structure. So it's not too big difference between the teams. For me, being in Europe, in Austria, there you can meet a Canadian coach, you can meet an American coach, you meet an Austrian coach, you meet Italian coaches. So you have a lot of different styles of hockey, and that's something that force yourself to think. You should always have your own structure for sure, but you also need to be on your toes. What's happening here? Why is this happening? And how can we manage? How can we change to take away time and space for the opponent? So that's interesting, and I'm really curious, and I'm looking forward to start with the coaching stuff and get games from last season to see the teams, and also there come a new season, and which team are recruiting good and which team are changing a little bit in their way of playing hockey. So yeah, I used to say, like, in this branch we are here now and the next shift. During my childhood, I'm born and raised in Köping, small village in Sweden, and we have this company who made the gear to the Volvo, and I think in the 60s and the 70s a lot of Finnish families, people moved to Sweden and start working at Volvo. So I had like a few guys in my class in school. I remember Hirsikangas was the name, and yeah, I'm sure I forgot someone here, but you know, when we're competing, like when we're playing outdoor hockey or football or whatever, there were always like the Swedes against the Finns, and something that I always respect is the way how you talk about sisu, the Finnish sisu, and I mean, during the years, how two countries can compete to each other, battle with that rivalry. You have track and field, you have the Finnkampen, we say in Sweden, like, and you have those classic hockey games and those classic hockey moments, and that's how it should be. And yeah, I am really humbled, and I feel a big trust from the club having this opportunity as the first coach out of Finland. I mean, if you look at the historic, you have a Finnish tradition on the coaching stuff. So I can't wait to start. I'm so excited. The decision to end up here in Jyväskylään was actually for me rather easy. It was like, for me, working on the highest level, still in Europe. They contacted me first. It was the first club who contacted me. That's, I don't know, I have like, that's something I have like a little bit of a principle. But they were the first club who contacted me. Once again, there was more clubs, but with respect for those clubs, I don't want to talk about that. And then the process, because the process has been going. I think I actually had like the first interview was for around 4 hours over video. There is a change of process in JYP. Everyone can figure that out, and that's also a main reason for me coming here. Like, I'm a Swedish guy. I'm curious. Sometimes I think we Swedes we think we have a good leadership. We are good on organization. Sometimes I think we are thinking too high about ourselves. Because if you look at the Finnish hockey, the last years, I told another media, like 2019, the Lions won, and I think also 2022, and they also are the Olympic champions. So what are the Finnish hockey doing? I've been in Sweden for almost the whole of my career. Always there comes a Finnish guy to Sweden, and then you say, oh shit, he skates good, he puck handle the puck good, he has a good vision, and yeah, I also had a few Finnish players by myself, like Virtanen, Millä, really good characters, natures, humbled, hard-working guys, good hockey players. Had a few more Finnish players like Kerkki, Salonen, Leskinen. So I had a few Finnish players also, and yeah, that starts something. What are Finland doing, and yeah, honestly, is there something that you can go and bring to your own toolbox? Now my responsibility is Jyväskylään every day, every hour, and I'm looking forward to start. In this change of process, I have a vision which I want to create with my colleagues in the way that we're going to play our hockey in Jyväskylään. I hope it will be a little bit of a changing process also on the ice. I don't want to sit and tell every detail here, but there will be a change. But something that I can promise is that me and our coaching staff on a daily basis, every day, gonna create a team that competes every night. A team who competes every day, every night, and I think that's something we can do like together. You have nights when the passings are not there. You have nights when the legs are not there. You have nights sometimes when the brains are not there. But if you can have a compete level every night, you can take points by having a compete level, and that's something we're going to start with right away.